Hey guys, and welcome to episode 6 of Attila's Trek. For those of you who don't know, my name is Garrett. I am a game developer. I use the Unity game engine, and I'm in college. So if any of those 3 things interest you, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on my content. Today is Monday, March 4th. I have to head to class right now, but after that, we will get started on my game. I'm going to take another crack at the animal movement. As it is right now, it is fine and it would be okay in the end game, but I'd really like it to be polished and a little bit more natural looking. So I'm going to try to do that again. Let's see how it turns out. So I did get the animal movement system working how I want it to. They now rotate smoothly. It was actually, I didn't really have to add much. I kind of just took what I had and messed around with that and it worked. I'm a little hesitant to call it done, but I think it's pretty much done. Also, I spent some time working on a system that detects the nearest planet for the animals. Right now I just had it assigned as the default planet, but once I start adding new planets, I don't want to have to manually assign each planet for each animal, so instead I kind of made this expanding radius that checks for the nearest planet, and I think that system is working great too. I'm going to work on the mega species breeding now, which is essentially the species that you get from breeding together all the bred species. Basically, this is going to be the same mechanics as the regular species breeding, except also with a game over mechanic. It seems pretty easy. I just have to implement the same thing I just did for the regular species breeding, plus a little bit more. However, I might regret saying that, so let's see how it goes. Mega species breeding is working. It's not done yet because I still haven't implemented the game over functionality of it. However, the way I'm registering the progress of the player getting towards the mega species is working great, and it should work fine once I add more species too. So that's looking good. I'm going to work on the rocket. I want to have multiple different planets in the game that have different species, and I'm going to have a rocket to get the player there. I'm going to start on the model now and start implementing the mechanics, and then eventually I'll have it so the player is able to visit all 3 different planets. So I made a basic rocket model and got the mechanics started. I first started with getting the player able to detect the rocket, but raycasts are proving to be kind of troublesome, so I have to look into how to do that better. worked on the rocket again. I got it working with the ray casting, so now it actually comes out in front of the player. And I also started work with bringing up the UI menu to allow the player to select which planet they want to go to. I still have to implement the functionality of that, but the framework is now all there. It is Friday, and I'm going to continue work on the rocket system, probably make some new planets. Will we get to those new planets? I don't know, but we're going to try to. So Unity crashed as I was working on the rocket system. I guess that means I'm done for the day. I did make some good progress. I got the other planet set up, and it looks like all the parts are there. I just need to work on the actual rocket traveling through a lerp function, and it should be working well after that. This week, I polished up the animal movement system. I started work on the mega species breeding system, and I also began implementing the rocket. Thank you guys so much for watching episode 6 of Attila's Trek. If you guys like this sort of content, be sure to let me know by subscribing down below, and I will see you in next Sunday's video.